Well, two against half. We'll read some comments on this. I wanted to bring you some extra voices on the Ghana card as the only identifications for the voting. But before we do that, Provident Insurance is 40 years old, guys. Yes, we welcome you to a new year. To insure your new car or renew your... Remember to insure your new car or renew your existing motor insurance policy from now till 31st March. Get free gifts such as fuel coupons and several other branded Provident souvenirs. Rush for your insurance cover now. And remember, with Provident, man, you are covered. Now, are you looking for a prime property to buy or invest for immediate returns? With $50,000, you can own one of 3-bedroom apartments in Sakumono Estate for immediate haircut-free returns and benefits. Are you listening? Mm-hmm. Yes, with only $50,000, you can own one of the 3-bedroom apartments in Sakumono Estate for immediate haircut-free returns and benefits. We also sell and install original Japan Fuji elevators and escalators in your high-rise buildings and malls. For the best result, be advised that technical details of the elevators and escalators have to be incorporated into your building at the construction stage. Call or WhatsApp 0200-535-515 or visit us at Sakumono near the Celebrity Golf Course. This way, property investment, your haircut-free investment. Start your undergraduate or master's degree programs this March at Webster University and get up to 40% scholarship. Don't miss out on the opportunity to invest in your future. Open global doors when you earn a quality American master's degree in international relations, business administration, or human resource management in just 16 months. MBA students can choose a general MBA or specialize in marketing, corporate finance, corporate comms, or information technology management, or cybersecurity, or project management, or even digital marketing. Now, you can take advantage of our March intake, get up to 40% off tuition. Call Webster 0540-120-849. That's 0540-120-849. Or visit webster.edu.gh. Now, if you want to boost your social media platforms in terms of your performance, your sales, your reach, and all the nice metrics, Saturday 4th March is a big day because there's a social media masterclass being organized at Alisa Hotel from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. for only 1,450 cedis, where you understand social media, how to audit your business social media account, how to develop content using the Hexagon framework, how to engage your social media audience, and how to glean insights from digital reports 2023 and more. Now, MDs, marketing, sales managers, brand managers, communication managers, customer service managers can apply by either calling 0244 767 801 or dialing *713 *33 # or visiting idm.edu.gh. IDM building competences for tomorrow. We'll take a shortish break. There's a lot more when we come back. Plus, day 2 of our on-air series, Kweku Dakwankra, continues our conversation on the Eastern region. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Fly Emirates first and business class and look forward to a journey that's as incredible as your destination. Start your holiday with delicious fine dining, impeccable service, and comfort that's out of this world. Sip drinks in our A380 onboard lounge on flights from Dubai and beyond. Watch a movie and drift into a restful sleep in flatbed seats. Treat yourself to Emirates first and business class. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Hey, nowadays, germs are in the air. Aren't you concerned?
Concerned about what?
About the children, of course. In times like this, they sneeze, cough, and fall ill just like that.
This is why we need to give our children and ourselves a fighting chance with the maximum protection of Dettol soap. Dettol soap not only refreshes you, but it can be used for bathing and washing hands. So keep calm, get Dettol soap.
Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Dettol is endorsed by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
This advert is FDA approved.
Keys. What could be simpler than a key?
Who doesn't have a key? A car key, an office key, a drawer key. But there's one key that rules them all. The house key. The key to a place we call home. The key to the home where everything comes together. The key to a home that is our own. A home where we make life happen with our families and loved ones. Adoha has been working hard for over 30 years to make home ownership within reach for many. Say yes to property with Adoha. Your dream home is one call away. Your dream home is a few clicks away. Visit our Accra project, The Place, by calling 030-2789-757.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xBet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH to get 300% bonus up to 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Gidi bacha juici dogu ni me araja na gumago. Bofe boni henyela ba fe makunza mabashi ako manyi no fena na baye. China gumago. Bofe bono ba fe makunza mabaye. China gumago. Chiaraja bote no baye. China gumago. Abele.
If you're not enjoying this song, then you have a problem. Oh man, you know how such old songs are still so nice.
Evergreen.
Charlie, I'm not even sure I was born. Oh.
Yeah.
Charlie, but the song they beat too, man. I hear those days, Charlie Kwame Nkrumah hit the floor.
Thank you.
Charlie with his white suit.
Yeah, and handkerchief.
Charlie the Queen will also hit the floor.
Thank you. Yeah, giving it to each other.
I hear Achampon was a master dancer.
Oh, I see.
He said Achampon was Charlie, the high life. Enjoy life, Charlie.
He
said he enjoyed the presidency, Charlie. Achampon there, you know. If there's a former president I want to interview, it's Achampon. Oh, they say Achampon. Charlie, they chop big time. Achampon, he's a big man. Later in the morning, we're continuing our conversations on the Eastern region. Yesterday, we talked about the Akwamus. Fascinating story about the Akwamus. In fact, there was a question we didn't answer, which will be answered. How they, even though they sort of are based in Akosombo Enclave now, they are all over. Parts in Ashanti, parts in BA, you know. And Kweku Dankwa took the time to explain their evolution. They are Akwamu people. Worrying everybody.
Yes.
There's one sitting here. Now, losing a loved one stops you in your tracks and leaves you shaking. In these trying times, you can count on us. Over the past 21 years, Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium, we've had your back when you've needed us the most. We are the first and most experienced private end-to-end funeral service provider in Ghana. From picking up your loved one when death occurs, through the burial or cremation and funeral reception, Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium will guide you through the unfamiliar territory of selecting products and services you will need to ensure your loved one has a fitting send-off. Call us on 0509 542 409 or email info@lashibifuneralhomes.com. Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium, dignity for the deceased, comfort for the bereaved.
And
Vodafone Business presents Too Much Business, the #1 mobile plan for businesses in Ghana today. With Vodafone Too Much Business, you have the best mobile plan on the market, gives your business the best value. That means you have the flexibility to choose voice, data, and SMS packages that suit your business's size and ambitions. Get more minutes for Vodafone to Vodafone calls and calls to other networks, data, and SMS in one complete mobile package. Experience free calls among your employees and roll over unused data. Send start to 0507 779 000 or email vodafonebusiness.gh@vodafone.com. Vodafone, further together. Alright, so let's hear Kazela Tufos and the minority leader make his submissions on the proposed CI and the intention for the Ghana card to be the only ID system that will be allowed for voter verification.
Using the Ghana card as the only medium of voter registration would negatively impact on the electoral roll and thereby deny some otherwise qualified persons from registering to vote. Mr. Speaker, this is a statement signed by the majority leader himself. This is signed by the majority leader himself. It is not coming from us. This is the report of the committee of a special budget that has been adopted by us. Mr. Speaker, we cannot take assurances as the basis for us to have a Ghana card. We still have time. Let them go and solve the issues relating to the issuance of the Ghana card first. Until then, Mr. Speaker, we are sorry to say that we cannot be part of that. We cannot be part of that. Mr. Speaker, secondly, we are aware that the Ministry of Finance and the government owes the service provider $117 million. $117 million. Aside that, the National Identification Authority themselves have said here today that they have financial challenges. The government, the Minister of Finance, in his statement said they will release money at the appropriate time. We don't know when the appropriate time will be. So, Speaker, as we speak today, government is unable to pay for salaries. In fact, if you check Bank of Ghana Commercial Bank Twitter page today, now, you can check now. They said they are unable to pay salaries. So if you are unable to pay salaries, how can we take assurances that you are ready to pay $170 million? So, Speaker, I can read it. I'll be here. So what is the basis? You can't pay salaries. And if you can't pay salaries, how can we take that assurances as basis for you to make a law? Go and pay first. Let's make sure that the ordinary Ghanaian, at the minimum, can get access to the Ghana card. So, Speaker, another important point. So, Speaker, if you look at Article 42, Article 42 requires evidence of citizenship, and not evidence of identification. Evidence of citizenship can be that I was born Ghanaian by birth. I did not have to choose to be a Ghanaian. My parents gave birth to me as Ghanaian. And so my parents must have the right to vouch for me that I'm a Ghanaian. Must have the right to vouch for me as a Ghanaian, and not only using national identification card. The Speaker, passport can be another identification for identifying me as a Ghanaian. And so it is wrong for the national Electoral Commission to say that they are using only the Ghana card. So Speaker, our position is simple. To start with, they cannot use only the Ghana card as the basis of registration. They cannot. And if they will have to use the Ghana card as the basis of registration, we demand an independent verification of the numbers that the National Identification Authority has put out there. Independent verification. Because, the Speaker, we can't vouch for these numbers. We need to go to our constituencies to find out whether the numbers they are giving to us are adequate or not, for us to reconcile those data. And it is only right for us to request for an independent validation, so that an independent body will say that, yes, Ghana has reached the time that we can use Ghana card as the sole identification for registration to vote. Until that time, Mr. Speaker, we beg to say that we will not accept this. We will stand firm, we will oppose it, and we will carry it through. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
All right, here are some quick comments on this controversial. By the way, this is E.T. Mensah and his Temples Band. Charlie, you know one of the things that I need to do?
Purist.
I think when I get my next leave, I'm going to learn ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing.
I mean, you doing ballroom dancing. No, that's a good one.
No, because
but you actually don't even need a leave to do it. I think you can do it 2 hours.
Do you know somebody
during the
who
weekend.
teaches ballroom dancing? This kind of music there, Charlie, I know play.
Yes.
Then you go leave the hand, then go through.
No. Is that the one they call rock and roll?
Rock. But the old people, they enjoy you.
Oh, the old people had a good time. They had a really, really good time.
They have to be taxed. We need to take old people enjoyment tax.
It's very, very important.
They enjoy too much.
Yeah, they go, they turn around, twist, turn around, twist, turn around, and enjoying themselves.
Oh my
good
God.
Music in the background,
Charlie. And they didn't have pollution too.
No, not at all.
They're not like us.
Oh, God.
All right, here are some quick comments on the Ghana card.
Okay, so let's take some comments coming in. This one from Otuo in Abeka says, after getting the Ghana card after months, they would have to travel again to the EC's office in Axim to apply for the card. What is our crime to be taken through this hell? Let me go to this one, which says, good morning, Citi CBS. If the Ghana card is the sole ID for voter registration, we should then use the Ghana card to vote. This will save Ghana loads of money then. You know, Bernard?
Yeah, I was saying that they should give the EC money to the Ghana card people. To just give everybody the card.
And then we close shop for
EC.
because
then what's the point of the EC voter card?
So you see, this thing came up. I remember during the Kufuor administration when they were trying to do the NIA. The question was featured by the NDC side, who were questioning whether or not
this thing was meant to replace
the vote. They said no, that the NIA will be the NIA. The Electoral Commission will continue to do its work. Of course, I mean, that argument can be supported by the Constitution because the Constitution creates the Electoral Commission and clothes it with the power and the authority to register voters and all
so that
that.
question has come up again.
Exactly.
Let's take one more.
This one says, good morning, Citi. If the go up. Let me read more comments. This one says, if the EC is claiming that there are minors and foreigners in our voters register, then the EC must be blamed for doing a shoddy work. Didn't the EC tell us in 2020 that they were going to compile an authentic voter register? How can you come around now and be telling us that you still have unqualified people on the register? That's coming in from Asanko in Santa Maria.
Getting into a quick close, before we do that, according to the World Bank, Ghana has 12% youth unemployment and more than 50% underemployment. In addition, people agree that Ghana's youth are ill-prepared for the world of work, and only 38 out of 100 school children transition to the next level of the academic calendar. Now, why is it unconcerned, when you can contribute to solve the problem? Your donation of only 1 CD a day We'll support Lead Africa International, train underserved school children for free. Donate via 0549 274 728. That's 0549 274 728 or 0549 274 728 on Tango as well. To Lead Africa International. Together we can change the future of Ghana one student at a time. When we come back, Kweku Akankra takes us through day 2 of our Heritage Month on a series. We're talking about the Eastern region. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Fly Emirates first and business class and look forward to a journey that's as incredible as your destination. Start your holiday with delicious fine dining, impeccable service, and comfort that's out of this world. Sip drinks in our A380 onboard lounge on flights from Dubai and beyond. Watch a movie and drift into a restful sleep in flatbed seats. Treat yourself to Emirates first and business class. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xBet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH. Get 300% bonus up to 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Keys. What could be simpler than a key? Who doesn't have a key? A car key, an office key, a drawer key. But there's one key that rules them all. The house key. The key to a place we call home. The key to the home where everything comes together. The key to a home that is our own. A home where we make life happen with our families and loved ones. Adoha has been working hard for over 30 years to make home ownership within reach for many. Say yes to property with Adoha. Your dream home is one call away. Your dream home is a few clicks away. Visit our Accra project, The Place, by calling 030-2789-757.
Vodafone Business introduces 2 much business packages for businesses and SMEs. Yes, it be too much value. It be too much flexibility. It be too much everything so on Vodafone 2 much business. And the best part is you can now take your business up another level. Wow. Choose the voice, data and SMS package that suits your business size and ambitions with Vodafone 2 much business. That means more data for your business with ability to roll over unused data. More SMS, more minutes for Vodafone to Vodafone calls and Vodafone to other networks, plus free calls amongst your employees, all in one mobile package. There is too much value you get on the best mobile plan in Ghana today. To sign up, SMS start to 050-777-9000 or email vodafonebusiness.gh@vodafone.com.
Vodafone, further together.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Welcome to another edition of the On-Air series for the Heritage Month. We're focusing on the Eastern region as the Heritage Caravan team travels across the country. Today we want to focus a bit more on Ewukugwa, a town a lot of us are told in school is the hometown of Komfo-Anokye. We would use that to try and understand the Eastern region's topography, particularly within the Ekwapim areas. We've already discussed the Akwamu issue. We'll try and understand the role of Ewukugwa historically in Ghana and try and use that to understand the Ekwapim areas and their links with the Guans. Kweku Akankra is my guest. Kweku, thanks for joining us. Yeah. We're seeing the Eastern region, a very fantastic region. To go back to what you said earlier, you said the Eastern region is very diverse. The Kwewus are there, the Achim are there, the Kwapims are there, the Akwamus are there, and the Dangbe are there. Yeah. We do know that Akwamus held the Ashanti against the Dintra. But what I was wanting to do was to wrap up the movement, because I've heard people talk about places in BA. For example, Adwa Afari wrote a book about her father. And if you read the book, she refers to the links between Doma and parts of the Akwamu state, which I do not, I'm not sure I got the full story. So you started from Ediana, Chifo, move to the east, move to the west. As Semankese, you are now in the Yano area. They become a mighty state. They are fighting everybody. At what point did the Akwamus end up in Doma?
So after the death of our ancestors, there was a dynastic war. There were two warriors, twins, which was Atakra Meniampong and then Obiri Abua. So Atakra was the senior twin and the junior twin was Obiri Abua. So during the succession period, the Jasahine of Akomu supported Atakra Meniampong, while Nana Nkansa, who is the queen mother, also supported Obiri Abua. And as a result of the skirmishes, because Ancestor Sekou has chosen a successor, and as a result of this dynastic fight, the queen mother joined Obiri Abua, that is the Doma, the beloved children, and then they move away from the, Akomu, and then first moved to Kententrase, which is at Insawum, and then proceeded to Obami in Kowu, and then proceeded all the way to Sontreso in Kumasi, where they got land from the chief of Amakum. Okay, Nana Amakum Akwasa, and he got the land there and they stayed there.
Wow.
So it was why they were, in fact, before they even come there, they first moved to Santimansu Esumija, or Ashanti call it Santimansu Esumija, where they went to. That is the cradle of Ashanti state. Most of the Ashanti people moved from Santimansu Esumija to where they are today. So it was there they met the Wamfie people before they moved to Sontreso to go and settle. At Sontreso, they were there before the Kwaman people from Kokofu came to the area. And when they came to the area, they were given land by the Amakum people, who were Asania people. They gave land to the Oyoko people to settle on. But Amakum, the Sontreso people thought they were the Diana people, who had come from Akobu, via Santimansu Esumia, thought that they had the land before. So one of the elderly women from Indiana went to read on that land or try to have a plantation there. And Otia Kenten gave her warning that that land belongs to
Otia Kenten being the
Kwaman chief, the chief of Kwaman, because that time Ashanti state has not emerged. And as a result, he killed this woman, and then the place became Anogu. If you don't read, you won't die. That is the name. Anogu. And that place is where the Kumasi Castle is at now.
Wow.
So that place is called Anogu. So they were able to capture that land. And this thing hurt the Akomu Ediana group that have come to the area. So under their chief, Nana Cheme Sikafe and others, they waged war, one of the Akomu Ediana chiefs, they waged war against,
Otia Kenten?
No, then Otia Kenten left and Obiri Abua came.
Okay.
So within that war, that was fought at Abesim area. They were Sontreso, the Akomus were defeated. So Obiri Abua was killed in that war. By the Ashanti oral tradition said he didn't die. He went home. His son, Nana Sabin, who is the Obiri Abua's son, took him to the house before he died there. But this was a very serious issue. So when his nephew, Openosua Osetutu, came to the throne, he engaged in retaliatory war, and then he went to war with the Domina people or the Doma people, and they were able to defeat the Doma in the war fought at Abesi.
So they then were forced to move up towards the Sunyani area.
Yeah, so when the war occurred, that time the chief was Chemesikafo, so Chemesikafo really became the sole washer, Kredurafu of the Asantehene. And so those who remain, they have to move away because they've been defeated. So they move all the way, passed through the Abesi areas, some went to Dama, and then founded the Doma states. Others went to the German, and then founded the German states.
So it's almost like full circle, because they are Adriana, they are Akan. They move all the way down, spread their way, come into the Yano area, become a great empire, get defeated, move again, get into Ashanti, and eventually go back to the Bono area, which eventually is where they all came from. Because if you ask,
the migration from the north.
So it's almost like they've completed a migratory pattern. That's quite interesting. So people from Doma are Akwamus. Or no, you can't say that. You can say people from Doma are Indiana people, but they in their history is Akwamu.
Yes, so they move. So we will start the journey from Kefo Hemai, where the Indians originally settled, before moving to Saman Kese, then to Danyano, where they founded their kingdom. Then from there straight to Asante Manso Isumia, from there to Sontresu in Kumasi, then move all the way to find the Dona and the German kingdoms.
Now, where is Ewukugwa and how important is it to the history of what we have as present-day Ghana?
Thank you very much. The Ewukugwa are also in the hilly ground, what we call the Kwapini Range, on the mountains. Normally, people from that area, when they are going there, including you, they say, I'm going to Ofie. That's how they call their hill, Ofie. So some people say, Ofie Kwasobro. So that is the hill. And as you know, Ghanaians believe, or it is generally believed that there are people who are very respectful. Even when they are insulting, they say, we are here. You see, so these are the kind of people we are talking about. And Ewukugwa is among the 17 states that make up the Equatorial states. Originally a Hiliguan, okay, in that community. So in the community Ewukugwa is living in is described as Okre. And the language they speak is Cherepon, which is from Ochiripompo. The group is about 5. That's the Great Okre in that area. And the Cherepon is coming from there. I can't use to teach them that they are people who can read and sell them. So Cherepon, that's why they use it, but it is Cherepon. They are great, mighty people who are on the hill. And among the Cherepons, or the Okre people, are the Ewukugwa, Aprede, and the Biru. Sometimes some even add Abansi and then Asasiesu, which of Akan origin, but they are also in that area. Even though some believe that Aboriginal people are there. So that's from the Okre speakers.
So there's Deru, Ebiru, Ewukugwa, and Asasiesu.
No, Asasiesu is not the Aprede.
Aprede.
Yes.
These are in the Okre area.
Yes.
Edukrum.
And Edukrum.
But you said there are 17 Equapim states. These 5 are part of the 17.
Part of the, so you have the
Eburi.
You have your hometown, Obosomase.
That's my mother's hometown.
Yes. Then you have
Obosomase is my. Let's just be clear. We are Patilina, so I'm from Jode. But Obosomase is where my mother's father comes from.
Okay.
That's true.
Then you have the Abutechi. You have the Manfe. You have the Mampong. You have Amamokrum.
Okay.
You have Tutu. Okay. Then you have Abansi. You have Asasiesu. Then you have Latahinase. You have Latekubiase. All of them.
And then
and Ashirase.
Ashirase. 17
around.
So, but the capital of
the capital of the state is Ikropong, adding to 8.
I see. So there's a period, Ebri, Edukrum, Obosomase, Mampong, Tutu. In fact, when you're driving up the hill, you can actually see these towns.
Yeah.
Then there's Manfe, Amanokrum, Late, Kubease, Late Abena. Is it Abenase?
Is it Latahinase and Late Kubease, all making the Late group?
That's Omani Mensa Bonsu. Then you have Abutechi.
Abutechi. That is where they signed the 1733 Accord that created the Kwapini State. Because there is Tenku deity there, and that is a powerful deity. It moves all the way to the Tenku forces at Dodua area. That water, it moves all the way from Obosomase. So the deity Tenku itself is at the hills of Abutechi. That's where it moves.
And there's also Abonse.
There's Abonse.
And then there's Deru.
Yes.
Ebriu.
There's Asasiesu.
And then Ewukugwa. So Ewukugwa is known to be where Konfanochi came from.
Yeah.
But what does it even mean? What does Ewukugwa mean?
Ewukugwa means Ewuku's market.
Oh, okay.
Ewuku's market.
I see.
So their leader Ewuku, when they were moving, you see, the Guam people were aboriginals. In fact, back in the day, they moved all the way under the King Atara of Finam. They had a king all the way from the Accra Plains all the way to Sekre areas, which they call Sekre in their language. So the Ashantis that came, the later group of Akan that came to become Ashanti, Pumewu, Abubu, all those people in that area in Kwaman, they call the sexual areas. Okay, in that area they don't like goat, they were hunters. So goat is called sexual impel. Sexual doesn't like goat. So those people in the area, that is where the Ibiru and other people, so Ibiru were the first to even be on the mountain. So Dewu and then Ebukrum and Co were all living at where the Achem will later come in the state called Tafo. So there were a lot of fights there. And then Ukuba led them from that place and came to settle on the mountain where their brethren's Ibiru was already established. And that place became a market in Goose area. So it became Ukuba. So during the Yam Festival, if you want to see the similarity among them, you realize that when they are sharing the hind legs and they're sharing meats, Ukuba perform very important role in this. And they also have a very powerful deity, which was there, that will produce the famous Okonfa-Anokye.
The 5 towns of Chirikwa and Ibiru, Dewu, Ewukugwa, Edukrom, and Eprede. And Ewukugwa is like the largest of the...
Yeah, so we said the senior for them traditionally used to be Ibiru because that was there. So it was, I've forgotten whether it was the Adontenehene or something of the Ekuapim state.
Historical, political point in terms of those who follow, Dan Botcho is MP for Okre.
Okay.
And then for those who like your football, the Youngsters was a very good team there at some point. I think they have a new name now. They don't record the Youngsters. So, who was Okonfa-Anokye, by the way?
So Okonfa-Anokye comes from the family in Ewukugwa. So he's a Guan. And according to the oral tradition, his father was called Ano. So he was Ano's son, born in that area. When he was born with power, something in his hand. Some say it was a risk. And then he came with some birthmarks. So when he was born, his father, this young man was doing a lot of mysterious things, doing powerful things. So whenever he's doing those things, people will speak in their Chirikwa language as Anoche. Anoche means Ano, look at what Ano's son is doing. So the Anoche or Ano look then became Anoche.
So his father was
his name.
Che is in there.
Yes, but others say his true name was Frimpong Manson Kotobre. So Frimpong Manson. So Frimpong Manson, and when you talk in language, you understand Frimpong or Manaso. That is the nation's year. It echoes the man's rule. So what it is that with his powers, he moved from several places before he landed at Asante Kingdom. So people believe he even passed through Kude land, went through the Dintra where there was an issue, and he made the prophecy of looking for somebody with, there are some people with a skin with some flecks. That whitish thing in the first skin. That is what he needed for sacrifices. And that person turned out to be a royal. So when he made that prophecy, the Dintra people had wanted to use him because he himself is very fair. So he fled from Dintra and then entered Ashanti with his friend he had made that time, Opimso, or this year, or say to Tutu, was learning the art of statecraft from the Dintra court. So it was there the oral tradition says they made friendship. So when finally Obiri Ebua died, and then Nana Sarkodie Date, okay, of Antwerp led the delegation to Dintra and brought Odisha Osei Tutu back home. He was installed as a chief, and then the friendship between the two grew up. So Okonfa-Anokye became the spiritual advisor to Osei Tutu, and the combination of these two ensured the success of Ashanti in the war as well as diplomacy and statecraft.
Is there a relationship between Okonfa-Anokye and Akwamu State?
So you will say Okonfa-Anokye doesn't have that relationship like Osei Tutu. Osei Tutu was someone when at the height of the Akwamu's power, there was Otutu deity Tutuabo that when Osei Tutu's mother was someone who was having difficulty in bearing children. So his brother, who is the Obiri Abua, sent him to the Tutuabo deity. And it was there that he was born. When they gave him the name Osei Tutu, okay, as someone who, back in the day, when
Osei Tutu has a strong history with the Eastern region.
Yeah, he had so when he grew up and he was going to Union 7 there, he went with one of the warriors from there called Asamoah Kwanta. So it was Asamoah, after he was moving, he brought some guns from the Danish castle, and then Asamoah Kwanta led them through because he can show the way of crossing the, how do you call it, the water. So according to the Yoruba history, when they were crossing, there was a bush pig. It is called Kokote. So the bush pig, the place was able to cross. They realized that place is narrow, and they follow the path of the Kokote or the bush pig. And that is why Asamoah Kwanta, who saw it and led them there, got the appellation Asamoah Kokote. So every Asamoah's appellation is Kokote. And he was a very energetic guy, very young. So they call him Omono. So other people also call him Omono Asamoah. So they moved all the way to Ashanti, and he was giving guns, and they formed the Akomi division. And they gave them a place in Kumasi called Enum, because he was from Enum area. So he was called Enum Asamoah Kwanta. You get the point? So the Enum then got corrupted to Edum, and they became the chief executioners of Ashanti State. So that is the connection from that angle.
We know that the golden stool was conjured by Komfo Anokye. How seminal is that in the Ashanti story? I mean, we sort of traced a bit of who Komfo Anokye is. It seems to me as if the golden stool is really Ashanti power. And
it is the soul.
And they believe that is what binds the nation together.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me how somebody from Okugwa, who was originally living here in Akwamu land, with Akwamu's military power, comes to befriend Osei Tutu, and they form this. So we can also say that some of the Akwamu powers of war, the Ashanti benefited from that, and also possibly the ability to use mystical powers, which you describe or Komfo Anokye has.
Yeah, so it is a combination of stuff. So we can, back in the day, you can't talk about history, even in European history. If you go back to Norse history, about the Vikings, even among the Britons, back in you talk of Merlin the wizard, you see, so back in the day, in all of our history, the element of mysticism is there. It's something we cannot move away. But however, in our African history, when this thing is being recounted, people sort of look down upon that and say, this couldn't have happened.
They downplay
it. But the European one, we say, okay, it happened because of their color or whatever.
And because of the way they treated us.
Yes. So bringing it home to our discussion, this combination of mystical powers, religious, I will call it religious capabilities, which also enhances the militaristic capabilities as well as diplomacy. This all combined and ensure the success of Ashanti State.
Wonderful.
So that is how you should look at it.
This is the Heritage Month Honor Series. We're talking Eastern region. In this episode, we're discussing Ewukugwa as a route into the Komfo Anokye conversation, and also trying to understand some of the various groups in the region. My name is Bernard Avle. My guest is Kweku Dankwankra. A few name checks. So there's a man I interviewed in the past few years called Kofi Otutu Edulabi, and he tells me he's from Ebru. And so when you mention the Otutu, and then you mention how Osei Tutu got his name, I think I made that connection. So actually, Osei Tutu's association with that part of history is where he probably got his name from.
Yes.
So it's probably not an originally Ashanti name.
Yeah, so the Otutu itself is not an Ashanti name. We got it from the Hilliguans, where the deity is, at Tutuabu deity. So Tutuabu is an uplifter, or thrower of stones, Tutuabu. Okay, so he throws stones, and that is the power of that deity. He gives children. Also, it was also a war deity. So if you go to Eburu, the chief of the community is called Otutukono, which when they come to the Accra and stay and were working, it become Otokuno in that name. So you see, there was somebody who also came from that to Accra, who is called Obuolabi, become Bolabi, and that sort of thing. So this, you see even the interconnection between the Hilliguans and even the Ga. as well as other communities.
I wanted you to talk a bit about the Guans, because you said the Ekwapim are a merger of migrant Akans and the Hili Guans.
Yeah.
For those who are not from there, it's not very clear to see, but when you sort of, I'll give you an example. When I'm covering elections, and I'm doing, so there's a primary for MPP, and you go to, say, the Ekropong area, you notice that there's a voting pattern, and it's within one party.
Yeah.
The latter people may have a certain preference, but the Ekropong people have a certain preference. And that distinction is very clear when they have those internal elections. Not very clear in the national picture. So is it that is there a clear distinction between the Guan group and the Akan group, even though they are all Ekwapims?
Yeah.
Can you sort of elaborate?
So linguistically,
yes.
Linguistically, you see the difference, because the very moment you move all the way from Ebri to Amanokrum, these are all Akan enclaves. Okay, the guy Opare Okoto that founded the Ebri, which is Ebude, the Ebu's own. Okay, that's Ebude. The one Ebu's own, he owns the place. And then you go straight to Amanokrum, which is a Amano guy who was also a member of the Achim group that came. In fact, there's a connection between Amanokrum and Dodua. That line, that's why you see the name Amano in between those communities. Okay. So Amano, the founder of the community. Then you go to Ekropong, who were the Achim warriors that actually led the war by Oforikai, Oforikuma, who led the war and went there. And his family members were the people that were given the land to rule, because they were the military leaders. So Safori or Oforikuma, Oforikai, that's the various name given to him. Wow. He started the foundation of the Ekwapim state during the agreement. So the Okri group, which is the five we mentioned, the Aprede, the Ebru, and yes, and the others from the Abonsi side, who were a mixture of the Guan group as well as some accounts. And then you have the Gua group or Guan group, which is the Latin. So the Latin language they speak there is different from the one spoken by the Okri group.
But they are both Guans.
They are both. And so what it is that there is similarity in their language. So they are speaking a dialect of a Guan. But when Latin person speak, the Okri person understands.
They are mutually
but they may not speak the same way. It's just like speaking Evedome and Awono.
So can we say the Ekwapim tree was a mixture of the way the Guan spoke and how the Achim spoke, sort of merging?
Yes.
Because the Achim people's tree is a bit more similar to the what we know as Asante tree.
Yeah,
but
so
then,
I like the angle you took. So it is hybridization.
Yes.
Every language, when it interacts with an Aboriginal language, produces a unique hybridized language. So Ekwapim is a hybrid. The ones that actually brought, the ones Mampon people from the Ashanti area also brought today in the Mampon state, all commingled with the Aboriginal languages of Latte and the Okre to produce that unique Ekwapim language. In the same way, if you go to Western region, the Takrady and other Fanti is there, you see the Fanti language intermingled with Ahanta people between Impoho and then others in Sekendi, as well as the Nzaba language, producing that unique language there. You see the Fantis also coming to the Central Regional Enclave. Their language mixing with the Eti language to produce that unique Bono language they brought from Techiman to produce the Infante. And then also mixed with some Portuguese and European languages. So you see how the languages can come about. Look at Ga. The language, whatever language historically we claim, they are brought from the East, either Yoruba or wherever, also intermingled with the Obutu language, with the people of Senyabreku areas, also producing the unique Ga language they speak today. In Volta region, the same way, if you go to the reason why the Volta area is a little bit different from this thing is it's intermingled with the Aboriginal Eti and Guans that were there. So you see element of Akan names. So why will Kwankrom become Kwambu? Because they do. In every language means what? Town. And the town was founded by Aboriginal person who moved all the way from the Guan areas of BA, moved all the way down there and found Kwankrom. When the West came to me, they become Pandu, and now we have Pandu. So this you see it in the.
I'm sure I have a long letter from somebody.
You don't have any long letter because it's established work that Apuwazi, who is a true area, has written about.
No, I do understand that the areas in the Vedome side, so Bando, Krepi, Peki areas, there's a lot of Akan influence.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the Kwando
Unfortunately, when we are all mixture.
Yeah.
Who is a true Ewe today? Okay, we all came to meet people, but always the history favors the superpower, the one with the.
Up and down the hills on the eastern region with the Heritage on a series. We've been talking about the eastern region. Really, this conversation is not ended. We'll continue. We'll talk about the central region. We'll do a history of the Angolans as well. We'll talk about some forts in the Volta region. Then we'll move westernwards and then go all the way up north. So a lot of important conversations coming up. This has been day 2 of our honor series on the City Heritage Month. City News at 10 is next with Caleb Kuda. Caleb, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up, National Petroleum Authority to be dragged before Parliament over 600,000 barrels of oil brought into the country purportedly from Russia, and Ghana Medical Association urges government to provide health workers with PPEs following outbreak